のポタトリカニマロマニカのチカババババナナヨプラノフラパノノトマバナナラカモピタラモバナナババババナナポテトバナナトカリのポタトリカニマロマニカのチカババババナナ泣きなもらみ泣きのたとこにらくなななポテトバナナバババナナポマラキポマカラナナバンウトノナパルウトナルポイバナナバババ人泣きなもらみ泣きのたとこにらくなななバババナナバナナバババババババババナナバババババナナバババババナナポテトババナナトカリのポタトリカニマロマニカのチカバババナナヨプラノフラパノノトマバナナラカモピタラモバナナババポテトバナナトカリのポタトリカニマロマニカのチカバババナナ
Okay, I'm a new lecturer here. Student, my name is Alin. I have two friends, diba and farah. You can call me Miss Alin. Okay, today I'm gonna teach you what is menu pattern. Okay, what is menu pattern? An outline of the menu item categories for each meal that contain appetizer, entree, and dessert. Okay, number of menu item choices in each can vary according to the goals of the food service operation. Okay, menu item choices. If the menu item have many choices, so that customer will choose whatever she wanted. So automatically the establishment will achieve their goals of food service operation. One of three basic types of menu use. What is it? Okay. Interchangeability. What means? It means the menu item is not fixed. The menu will change. Okay, an outline of the menu item categories offered at each meal and the extent of selection within each category. Okay, which means menu item categories that contain, before this I said dessert, entree, appetizer. Okay, under menu item will have their own category. The customer will choose because so many selection. Okay, a meal plan refer to the number of meal opportunities offered over a specific period of time, usually 24 hours. Okay, example for this is McDonald's. McDonald's always offer breakfast, lunch, dinner. There are so many food and selection that they can choose. Okay, next. Traditional meal plan has been 3 meals a day. Okay, yeah, like usually you eat, you as a student will eat 3 times meal a day. But now establishment has changed because not all the time eat at the time. I mean at a meal that like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. In food service, the trend is moving away from this traditional structure plan. Okay, student, remember that. Because of the desire of many patrons for fast and instant service, many people prefer to eat in different times of the day. Okay. Nowadays, there are so many workaholic people in our society, so that they are being very busy. So the establishment will think how to provide and prefer them for fast and instant service for them. Okay. of vegetable with bread and margarine or butter. For dinner, they have soup for side dish. For their entree, they will choose meat, fish, poultry or vegetables. They have to accompany vegetables, maybe potato, carrot, salad also, bread with margarine. Okay, what is breakfast? Okay, breakfast is important, and please student not to overlook for breakfast. Okay, because breakfast will help to generate energy or daily starter in our body. Okay, we can take breakfast early in the morning from 7 a.m. until 11 a.m. Okay, breakfast also, they have do some research reported having breakfast can give energy to you and able to lose weight compared to those who skip from taking breakfast. Okay, student, breakfast is more important than lunch. Okay, if you don't want, it doesn't matter if you don't want to take lunch, but please take breakfast. Okay. Types of menu, they have 3 types: a la carte, semi a la carte, table d'hôte. Okay, what is a la carte? Okay, a la carte means one choices. We can choose only one. It doesn't matter. Okay, juice, fruit, cereal, eggs, meat, pancake, French toast, waffles, and so on. What is semi a la carte? Semi a la carte is a combination: 2 eggs with any style of bacon or sausage served with toast. Okay, that's for example. For table d'hôte, there's 3: American breakfast, which is heavy; continental breakfast, light. For Malaysian breakfast, they will prefer to take light and heavy. Okay, let's see. For American breakfast, they have waffle, eggs, bacon. Okay, this is heavy. American country like to take heavy for their breakfast. Okay. For continental breakfast, what is continental breakfast? Okay. Coffee. They will take drink. They will take coffee for their drink, and bread and juice. Okay. For Malaysian breakfast, they have nasi lemak. Okay. Students like to eat nasi lemak in the morning, right? Okay. This doesn't matter. It's good for you. Okay. They have also kuih, which is curry puff and so on lah. Okay. For breakfast. Okay. Let's see. Continental breakfast. What is continental breakfast? Continental breakfast is European countries. Okay. Consists of croissants, rolls, or bread. Okay. They would prefer to take also some butter, jam, or marmalade. For the drink, they would prefer to take coffee, tea, or hot chocolate. But apparently, continental European countries, they do not consider breakfast to be the most important meal of the day. Okay, student. Thank you from me. I will continue with another lecturer that will teach you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alin. Hello, fellow students. Well, I'm Miss Diba, and on my slide, I'm going to introduce you about brunch. Okay, brunch. You know what brunch means? Brunch means the combination of breakfast and lunch. Get it? Be lunch, brunch. Okay. Okay. Meanwhile, the low-cost meal with high perceived value traditionally were held in hotels because of the built-in advantage of larger staff and facilities. The statement means by, well, you can see on this decade, all workaholic staff usually prefer taking brunch instead of taking breakfast because maybe they cannot wait in the morning, so that's why they take brunch. Okay, next, menus are varied and may include both breakfast and lunch items. So, on brunch time, you can eat whether breakfast food or lunch food, but only on brunch time, okay? Lastly, brunch is often served on weekends or for catered events. Well, you can see that brush is a simple thing, because you can, maybe they do not make it on weekdays because um, people usually going to work in the morning, so I think all of them will take breakfast. So on weekends, parents who works, they usually take brush because maybe they wake up late and they usually eat brunch with their family. Okay. Okay, on the next task, you're going to meet me on the type of service. Now, I'm going to the toilet and I'm going to give the next slide to Miss Farah. Miss Farah, can you please?
Okay, hello student. Assalamualaikum. Okay, thank you to Miss Adiba. Okay, I'm Miss Farah. Okay, sorry student, my condition is not so well today because I'm pregnant, so I'm not Miss already. Okay. Okay. Today I'm going to teach you morning tea. Okay, morning tea is like food to refresh and usually served at seminar or conference during break. Menu content of morning tea is tea or coffee selection, Danish, small pastry, sandwich, petit four, and dessert. Okay, student, do you know what is petit four? Okay, let me tell you. Okay, petit four is a small sweet cake or biscuit that's served with coffee. And Danish is a very sweet cake, like a muffin, I think. Okay, are we going to next slide? Okay, next slide is lunch. Lunch is difficult meal to deliver to the customer. Why? Because more complicated than those served at breakfast. Because they have more items than lunch is have more items than breakfast. Okay, so they have to produce faster than dinner item. Okay, like this because employees or worker, they have to rush to take their break because their break at 1 to 2 o'clock. So the produce have to faster, and then meal most eaten away from home is 60% of individual consume a commercially prepared meal at least once a week. So next is lunch to go. Okay, lunch to go. We have 4 reasons. Okay, first is quickly growing trend for worker. Second is must travel well, cheap and faster. Third is packaging while adding costs in secret to successful lunch to go program. The last is catering lunch. Remind one of the big profit makers in the food service industry. Okay, you understand?
Yes!
Okay, go to the next slide. Okay, this is example of set lunch. Okay, they include appetizers, soup, rice, fruit. Okay, you can see on this, they have salmon with sweet sauce and so on. Ooh, hungry. Okay, lunch menu type. We have the menu type of lunch lunch, we have a la carte and semi a la carte. A la carte is appetizer, salad, cool and hot sandwich, entree, dessert and beverage. Okay, for the daily special in menu type, soup, sandwich, and pasta. For the service of lunch, American service, the price is from low to high and depending on the few factor. Okay, the next is afternoon tea. Oh, my stars, my baby is okay. Okay, afternoon tea. Served in the late afternoon. Does it mean after lunch? Known as 5 o'clock tea. And the beverage is hot water. Is it coffee or tea? And serve small and appetite accompaniments. So,
Oh, madam,
yeah.
what does it mean by small?
Small, does it mean like muffin that appetizing your accompaniment?
Alright, thank you, madam.
Okay. Okay, this example of afternoon tea. You can see here we have coffee, tea, sandwich, muffin, and so on. You can see it's like, oh, make me so hungry. Astaghfirullahaladzim. I'm fasting, my baby also. Do you fasting, guys?
Yes,
Oh
madam.
my God. Sorry. Can we go next slide?
Alright, madam. Alright,
I'm
madam.
hungry. Okay. We still at afternoon tea. Okay. Now we go to high tea. High tea is an early evening meal eaten between 5 to 6 p.m. in the evening. But no, now we have fasting month. No, no high tea, okay? It will be eaten as a substitute for both afternoon tea and the evening meal. In a family, it tends to be less formal and is an informal stay, or else it is the main evening meal, like jemput.
Jemput-jemput, madam?
Yeah, jemput. In our family, in afternoon tea, we also make jemput.
Okay.
Jemput. Okay, we go to dinner. Dinner is traditionally include bread, potatoes, vegetables, and salad. Okay, the menu getting shorter, but appetizer section is getting longer. Because at the dinner we not take long time to eat because we have to rest, to sleep, like ethnic cuisine impact menu and dessert commonly include on menu. Of course, dessert include you. Okay. Okay. Dinner. We have 4 table service of dinner. First is American service, English service, French service, and lastly Russian service. Adiba, boleh sambung tak sikit perut sebelah? Continue. Adiba, cepat.
Bereboh.
Welcome back. Well, you remember me, right? You're Adiba.
Okay, I promise you we're going to discuss about the type of service in the menu pattern. Well, usually the menu pattern we only discuss four types of type of service, which include American, French, Russian, and also English. Yes. Okay. Firstly, I'm going to show you this type of picture. Do you still remember this type of picture?
Yes, Miss.
What is it?
I'm sorry.
Yes,
What?
you don't remember. I
Yeah.
knew it. I knew it. Okay,
Yeah.
this is a tabletop cover. Usually, has it on the American service. Okay. Now, I'm going to introduce you what is American service. But I know that you all mesmerized the definition of for all of this type of service, right? Because we already learned it on that semester. Okay. Do you know what this is? Okay, this is a waiter carrying two plates to the customer's table, which called the American service. I'm going to tell you what is American service depends on the book. Well, it is a method of serving hotel or restaurant food in which portion of food are placed on plates in kitchen by the establishment employee and served to each guest by a waiter or waitress, usually by only one server, like this picture I showed you before. Alright? Okay,
Alright.
next is French service. French service is a method of serving private dining or restaurant food in which which partially cooked food is brought from the kitchen on the cart, which is used also for the final cooking. Food is complete in front of the guest and served by a waiter or waitresses who offers a dish to each guest who helps him or herself. Well, this is a type of French service where there are include two servers. This is a chef de rank and commis chef de rank.
Miss,
Yes.
what is obo on the plate?
Where obo?
Soup?
The plate.
Yeah.
This is what they call flambe, which is cooked with fire on it. Okay.
Okay, I thought
Alright.
obo. Sorry, Miss.
Okay, no problem. Okay, French service is also involve the tableside cooking. This is what they call the tableside cooking, where they cook beside the customer's table and it provide a garden. You know what garden is? Garden is a trolley. This I call it a trolley. Alright? A cart comes with a heating unit called record. This is a record. Okay, next. Russian service. Formal and elegant service very similar but faster and less expensive than French service, except that the food is complete, prepared and garnished in the kitchen and only one waiter is used. Well, Russian is kind of similar to French but a little bit different, and I'm going to tell you later on. Okay, Russian service served from the silver platter to the gas platter. It means, like me, I serve the customer one by one. One by one of each food on my tray to the customer's plate. Okay. Next is English service. English service is a method of serving private dining room or restaurant food in which waiter or waitresses serve each guest from a large dish, starting with the host or hostess at the head of the table. In a more formal version requiring a high degree of skill and showmanship, the host or hostess carve the meat and dishes out vegetable on each plate which the waiter or waitresses serve first to the guest of honor and then to the other guests. It is served in private dining room where food is served from a large dish starting with the host and hostess. Okay, last but not least, supper. I know that you guys know what supper is. Supper is usually eat on midnight. I mean light food. It is referred to the lighter or late evening meals a few hours after eating dinner and menus may be similar to those served at breakfast, brunch, or lunch. Okay, maybe coffee or tea is provided, and crackers also do. And usually by supper, any people can have it. I mean, family members, fellow friends, and they usually have supper when having their conversation or watching some movies. Okay. Well, I guess that's the end of the topic. We'll finish on menu pattern, chapter 5. Okay, my name is Nur Adiba. Thank you to Adilina and Farah Atika. And thank you to you for lending all of your ears. And then I will end our discussion with bye bye and assalamualaikum.